ॐ तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनम् कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहम् श्रवणमङ्गलम् श्रीमदाततम् भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः. Sri Ramakrishna is in the house of Govind Mukherjee at Bulgaria. Narendra, Ram and other devotees are sitting, and the discussion has moved to the question, what are the doctrines of Vedanta? Sri Ramakrishna explains the concept of Vedanta, which is associated with Advaita Vedanta. And we saw Bhakti schools of Vedanta is also there, but commonly it's always associated, Vedanta is associated with Advaita because of Shankaracharya's first presentation of it with the Advaitic philosophy. And Sri Ramakrishna is explaining that I am Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi, I am God, I am that absolute existence. When? Not when we are in the bodily existence. Hanuman says, you see, Rama asked the question, how do you look upon me? Hanuman says, when I am body awareness, Deha Bhavya, Deva Bhavetu Dasosmi, I am your servant. When I go to the Jiva Bhava, that is what we get after spiritual awakening, we come to the Jiva Bhava. That is, I am independent of bodily existence. I don't perceive my bodily existence. Then Jiva Bhava, I am your Amsha part. And Advaita, Jiva Bhave tu Tvadamshakaha, Atma Bhave Tvamevaham. When I am conscious of the Atma, then I am one with you. In spiritual life, spiritual struggle, spiritual disciplines following, we slowly move from the body awareness to the transmigratory individual existence. That is, from Deha Bhava, we go to the Jiva Bhava. I have come from that body here. I have to go. Who am I? That is from one body to another body, transmigrating. That I identify after spiritual awakening. First thing, with spiritual awakening, you become aware of your transmigratory soul. Till then, we are bodies. We are passing through only Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti. When we enter higher level of consciousness with spiritual awakening, then we see we are no more bodies. From that very day, you will see yourself independent of body in waking state. So, Deha Bhava, Jiva Bhava, Atma Bhava. From Deha Bhava we go to Jiva Bhava. Jiva Bhava going is in meditation, entering into Vijnanamaya Kosha, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, crossing Vijnanamaya Kosha when you enter in meditation, Dhyana. That is the first spiritual experience that you get. You are going beyond mind and you know yourself independent of body. From that day, you will be sitting in the body like sitting in a car, separate from the car. I don't identify anymore with the body. This is spiritual awakening. And Kalpataru Sri Ramakrishna touches and says, Tomar Chaitanya Hok. May you be spiritually awakened. And spiritually awakened, you know yourself independent of body. But you will not know who you are. From Jiva Bhava, we will transit two more, that is Vijnanamaya Kosha and Anandamaya Kosha, and reach the real self, Atman. From Deha Bhava to Jiva Bhava, Jiva Bhava to Atma Bhava. When I go to the Atma Bhava, ultimately crossing all the layers that are sheets that are covering my spiritual existence, after transcend and go in meditation, in Nirvikalpa, when I experience the absolute existence and my identity with it, then Aham Brahmasmi. I am that. The four Mahavakyas, Aham Brahmasmi, Prajnanam Brahma, Ayamatma Brahma, Tattvamasi. All these mean the same thing. At different levels, different identities we use. This Aham Brahmasmi, Shri Ramakrishna is explaining Aham Brahmasmi. But being body, if you tell Aham Brahmasmi without attaining myself, it's a false word. We have to strive to reach it. Now, philosophically we know, we understand what it means. Aham Brahmasmi. I study all the Upanishads, I get the lessons, or go to the Guru and sit at his feet and learn all the Upanishads, how the identity of the Jiva and the Brahman are possible. And clear understanding I get, yes, I am Brahman. Even then realization is not there. It's an intellectual understanding. Now with this intellectual understanding solves many problems of our life. We need it. Even at the intellectual level, I am Atman. I am not this bodily existence. I am pure eternal being, infinite eternal being, the bliss absolute. I must know it, at least intellectually be confirmed, and that conviction must be very strong and firm, so that we will not be shaken by the world. I can peacefully attend to my spiritual practices undisturbed. My mind doesn't get disturbed. When I see the world as just passing show, where is yesterday? Where is my childhood? Gone forever. Yesterday we did so many things. Where is it? It has gone. Now we started the class 5 minutes back. That 5 minutes has gone away. So when you see the passing events, you know when these are passing show. I cannot call it real. Real means all the time it must be existing. Trikala Abhadita is the reality. If it is not existing earlier, now and afterwards, unaffected by time, then only it is real. Today it is there, tomorrow it is not there. Do you call it real? So everything that's happening in the world, everything, whatever we gain in the life, everything is passing, just going away, and is destructible, perishable. I can earn money, it is going to go away. I am going to take name and fame, it's going to go away one day. With the body, everything disappears. All my relatives, I produce children, they also are going to die away one day. They won't be there in this world. Whatever I can get in this world, whether progeny, wealth, or name and fame, all these are going to disappear. So what is, you are there independent of all this coming and going. Who are you? This world is going to be there eternally. What is this world? What is the beyond? These things are going to be eternally there. The Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara. All other things, events that are passing, we need not. So this understanding will make you look upon the problems of life as small and passing events. You will not bother, oh, doesn't matter. For everything doesn't matter. It's okay. So this passing, this firmly sitting, otherwise we go on fighting. War is world is and our life itself is a constant war field. Morning till night we are fighting within ourselves and without ourselves. Externally and internally we are constantly fighting. The Sangrama, Jivana is a Sangrama. It's continuously going on. How long to fighting with this world, fighting with the people in the house and around, constant fighting. This fighting is meaningless. Ultimately nothing will be there. It disappears. And it is all just appearance and disappearance. Should we spend that time? And this world never gets tired. It is shadow fighting. Shadow will never get tired. But we get tired and exhausted and life ends away. So when you hold on to Advaita, you will see you are not affected by the external thing happening. Oh, doesn't matter. Let it go, let it go. Leave the rope. Let it go. All are doing their karma. Let them do karma, their karma. Let me serve these people, whoever come within my fold, as much as possible. And then rest of let me do all the duties with diligence and samarpana, with total dedication. Let me do and offer it to the divine, because I am placed here in these circumstances, in this situation, in this bodily existence, in this amongst these people, with these activities. Let me do all this as a worship unto God and evolve. So this firm rock foundation we need in our life, not to be affected by the external world. And internally you will be free to call upon God, to meditate. When you finish your duties, when you go and sit, mind doesn't get disturbed. It calmly sinks with it. Just like you enter into sleep, you enter so smoothly into meditation. Internal world becomes real. Internal world becomes clear. So this Advaita we need, but it is not yet an experience for us. So I doesn't go. When I is not there, the self is not there, the real self shines. The self is there, the I doesn't go. Sri Ramakrishna says, whatever you do, doesn't go, because you are identifying with body, and bodily identification makes you aware of the external world and external objects. That is, five senses we have. Because your body, you are identifying with the five senses, and five senses go on perceiving the world outside. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Either we have attachments or aversions, likes and dislikes, raga, dvesha. So every object, everything that you see, everything, very little we remain neutral. With all things from morning till night, either like or dislike, raga or dvesha. In that we move and grow. So when bodily identity is there and I doesn't go, let it be. Till we reach the ultimate goal, let it remain the servant of God. So that the ego doesn't, one thing, the ego is mellowed down, karmic load comes down. You will not be doing karma. Your ego is not there. If ego is not there, there is no karma. The karma doesn't. No duty of life will become any karma. Duties, if you don't do your duties of life, then it becomes karma. Doing duty will not become karma. Bringing up children, sending them to school, learning, all this, you are looking after all these duties will not become karma, because it's duty. But if you do the duty also with likes and dislikes, raga, dvesha, then it becomes karma. I am bringing up child with attachment, mind, sense of mind, then it becomes karma. It belongs to God. I have been blessed to be its father or mother, and I have to take care of it. I have to give. It is God's property. I am taking care. Then it is no more karma. You have to do the duty with detachment. Detached. then it no more becomes karma. Either ego should not be there, or I must know it is my duty and unattached. I have to do my duty. So we see Sri Ramakrishna says, keep the ego as I belong to God, I am child of God. This ego associated with the divine is anointed with divine. It is absorbed divinity, and it will not get karmic load accumulated. So, but I cannot be got rid of. Therefore, it is good to have the feeling I am servant of God, His son, His devotee. For Kali Yuga, the path of bhakti is especially good. One can realize God through bhakti too. As long as one is conscious of the body, one is also conscious of the objects, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasagandha, form, taste, smell, sound and touch. These are the objects. It is extremely difficult to get rid of the consciousness of objects. That's what we see. Most of the people, except 1 or 2 in a million or so, everyone complains, when I sit for meditation, mind runs here and there, because it is attached to the objects. It is extremely difficult to get rid of the consciousness of objects. When you are sitting for meditation, you are conscious of the objects and what all events that happen, right, wrong sense, all these will make you get disturbed. And one cannot realize I am he as long as one is aware of the objects. External objective world is there and you are aware of that external objective world. Even when you sit for meditation, you are aware there is a world, there is myself here sitting. That awareness of the world will never make you utter that I am he. When you are aware of the external world, any object of the external world, you can never identify yourself with the spiritual existence. You will be identifying with bodily existence. The sannyasi is very little of the conscious of the external objects, worldly objects. The sannyasi is very little conscious of the worldly objects. But the householder is always engrossed in them. Therefore, it is good for him to feel, I am the servant of God. The sannyasi doesn't keep, he takes the 3 important vows, vow of poverty, vow of chastity, vow of obedience and service. Vow of poverty, I don't keep anything in this world as mine. Mutt or ashrama may have any amount of property, anything. The trustees are looking after as belonging to God. And personally, we don't have anything. The sannyasi doesn't keep anything. Maybe he is living in someone's helped by kutia, and there also he doesn't keep the idea this kutia belongs to me. It is Ramji ki kutia. He will just leave and go away one day. Somebody may build a beautiful kutia with all comforts and necessities. In a few days after, you will see that he has left and gone away. Householder doesn't. Once a devotee was talking to one of the Swamis in Bailurmath. The devotee said, Swamiji, I don't find much difference between you and me. I am also working in the world, you are also working in the world. I have my family and friends, you have your devotees and other people. I have car and other things, household needs. You too have a car and you too have all the ashrama things. And what is the difference between you and me? I don't find any much difference between you and me. The Swami said, yes, I am looking after all this. And suppose my senior says tomorrow, a letter comes, leave that and come away. I don't even turn back and see whether it is there or not, whether I have done any arrangements for that or not. I will just walk off. And suppose the authorities say tomorrow, you go for tapasya, rest of the life you remain in tapasya, I will go away. I will not even think what is going to happen to this ashram or anything. I am asked to look after, I am looking after. Can you live all at your will or at the order of anybody to live and go away? You can never do that. This is the difference. You are holding on. I am not holding on. So sannyasi he is not holding on to the world anywhere. He is holding on to God. Sri Ramakrishna is telling sannyasi is very little conscious of the worldly objects, but the householder is always engrossed in them. Therefore, it is good for him to feel, I am the servant of God. When we are living in the world as householders, property and all that, I am the servant of God. These are all belong to God. My children, my property, my house and other things, my job, everything belongs to God. One day all this will go away. I have to leave and go. I am servant of. They're doing all this duty I am doing as a servant of God. Then the I doesn't come. Objects do not bind, nor the family or things bind. You are free to do spiritual practices. You are free to love others. You are free to serve others because you don't have attachments. You are free. You can serve as much as you want. Neighbor, sir, we are sinners. What will happen to us? The concept of sin usually was not there in Hinduism. Hinduism with Ananda Swarupa. Whole of these Vedas and Upanishads and scriptures go on telling Ananda Deva Kalvimani Bhutani Jayante Anandena Jivanti. All this we see constantly. The Ananda is brought into picture. You are bliss. You are Ananda Swarupa. Just you are covered by bodily existence with which you are identifying only in waking state. The moment you sleep, you are unaware of the body. Why are you worried about this body? All your pain and suffering, bondage, sin and virtue, all are there as long as you are identifying with body. But you have an existence independent of body, which is bliss absolute. But when we are not aware of our spiritual existence, when we are unaware of the divinity, nobody has pointed us again and again, look, you are not this body, you are the spiritual thing. Like Madalasa teaching the child born, going on, swinging the cradle. Why are you weeping, my child? You are not this body. That again and again reminding that nobody has done. I have become a body by my own virtue and attachments and aversions and the social conditions in which I am born. So I am limited by all that and I consider myself. And this somehow this sense of as sinner has come in the Western religions somehow by error or because we are at the lower level of understanding. We cannot say it is wrong. It is at the bodily level, but we have a spiritual level also. So we need not live at the, just like I am at the primary school or middle school, I need not spend the whole of my life there. That's why Vivekananda says it's good to be born in a church but not die there. So we have to evolve to our spiritualhood. So here because he is a householder and identified with the body intensely and attached to the objects of the world, he feels, a householder feels, any householder if he is not aware of the spiritual existence, if he has not read Upanishads, if he has not read Swami Vivekananda's messages, then the divinity of man, if he is not aware, then the problem comes. Whatever I have done, if the guilt within, being body and doing anything, with ego, whatever I have done, anger or hatred or this or that, fighting with someone, all this creates the guilt that I am a sinner. Even enjoyments, legitimate enjoyments, make us feel not illegitimate. Illegitimate we totally accept as sin. Even legitimate enjoyments make human consciousness feel the guilt of being a bodily, just because of the identification of the body. The guilt is formed, and this guilt kills him. And this is in and deep within. Oh, we are sinners. What will happen to us? Master, all the sins of the body fly away if one chants the name of God and sings His glories. Birds of sin dwell in the tree of the body. Singing the name of God is like clapping your hands. As at a clap of the hands, the birds in the tree fly away, so do the sins disappear at the chanting of God's name and glories. This is one of the biggest assurances. Just that is, when you are singing the names and glories of God, what is happening within you is your divinity is awakened. You singing itself makes you tune with the nature around. Nature is taking care of my bodily existence. It brought me to the world and taking care of this bodily existence at all levels. So this we see when I sing, the moment you start singing some tune, any tune, then you are in tune with nature. And the meaning it conveys, you are aware that it is name of God. Simple. The name of God, even if you sing, when we were children, my father used to tell that the cycle of repetition of God may not stop while you are going, coming to the school and all. Go on repeating Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Because I was born in the Vaishnava family, the Shaivites may say Om Namah Shivaya. But my father used to tell in such a way that the cycle continues. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. One cycle. It's a singing line. It goes on and on, on and on. So that it's a cycle like the tune. I am tuning to the nature. You have to see small children, their nursery rhymes and all, how they sing. By singing, they will be moving their body and head and all that. Then you see they are in tune with nature, and meaning in the name of God makes you touch the divinity. You feel identity with the divine. The divine slowly awakens because it is my own nature. It is my own existence. I am turning inward. I am withdrawing from the world when I sing the name, unknowingly, unconsciously. Just like when you sleep, you are away from the world. When you sing the name of God, slowly it is turning inward. We are seeing the next class. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.